I'm Jessica Bowman. You are watching Local News Live. Let's go ahead and get to some national and international top story coverage right now. And if you take a look at your screen, you're seeing some of the video that you are about to see as we talk more. First up, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Asia on a tour here, and she is in Singapore. The newest information coming in, if you'll take a look at your screen, is that she's met with the Prime Minister and President there. And so as we take a look at this, we do have some video to show you from her visit and meetings there in Asia. And a U.S. congressional delegation led by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi actually visited Singapore's president, prime minister, as well as foreign minister today. And Pelosi leads a congressional delegation there to the Indo-Pacific region, including, of course, visits to Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, and Japan, all in an effort to discuss shared interest among allies. And that's according to a statement released by her office Sunday. The statement made no mention of a stop in Taiwan, despite speculation in recent days that Pelosi might be planning to visit the self-governing island. Of course, we'll continue to keep you updated. The delegation will remain in Singapore until Tuesday. All right, well, another top story we are following today. This is big news. Senate voting on care for vets exposed to burn pits. Could it happen today? It is a possibility. Veterans exposed to toxic burn pits while serving their country could soon get more help with their medical needs. All right, so here's what's played out. As I mentioned, the Senate could vote today on health care and disability funding for veterans exposed to those burn pits while serving the country. And advocates say the bill is really crucial for vets with health complications linked to those toxins. And the Senate did pass it 84-14. Then the House passed it with a procedural change. But 25 additional Senate Republicans balked when it came back and demanded an amendment. The Veterans Affairs Secretary says their proposal would create a year-on-year funding cap, sunset the bill in a decade, and really just force the VA to ration care. So it's a story we are continuing to follow, making news across our nation. Lawmakers in both parties say in the end, the Senate will likely pass the bill with bipartisan support. We'll keep you updated. All right, we take you to the Ukraine now. This is a big story making news. We're talking about the first grain shipment departs Odessa port in Ukraine since Russia began its invasion. All right, let's talk a little more about this. Again, this is you're taking a look at some video here as the first ship carrying Ukrainian grain has set off from the port of Odessa. And what we are learning here is that it is carrying 26,000 tons of Ukrainian corn. It's headed to Lebanon. And, you know, while we've talked about this, the departure of the ship just laden with that corn follows an internationally brokered deal that is expected to finally allow large stores of Ukrainian crops to reach foreign markets and really just kind of ease a growing hunger crisis. The Sierra Leone flagged cargo ship, as I mentioned, departed this morning, headed for Lebanon. Russia and Ukraine actually signed separate agreements with Turkey and the UN that cleared the way for Ukraine to export 22 million tons of grain and other goods that have been stuck in Black Sea ports because of Russia's invasion. And Ukraine is one of the world's key breadbaskets there. And so the first ship carrying Ukrainian grain, as you know, we talked about, left Odessa this morning, but it was under an internationally brokered deal that is expected to reach Istanbul Tuesday. That's where the ship is going to be inspected, and then it will hopefully allow it to proceed. Story, we will continue to bring you any news information coming on as it relates to the first shipment. Big news there. All right, well, now we take you to Pakistan. A sad story here as the death toll continues to rise. We're talking about more than 400 people have lost their lives in Pakistan. Flooding. That's right. It is a flooding emergency there. It's a crisis. You're seeing video right now on your screen of what it looks like. And what we can tell you here is the death toll from the flood and heavy rains in this particular area. It's risen to at least 434. That's the newest information coming in, and from a report by the country's Disaster Management Authority, and that was released just hours ago. And the largest percentage of the toll has actually been reported just from one particular province there, where more than 100 people have lost their life, 46 of them children. And more than 13,000 homes have either been partially or completely damaged by the flood. And you can see the floodwaters there and people being rescued. Just really heartbreaking to see this happening. And wow, check it out. Again, you're taking a look at some video there. So many people being impacted by this flooding crisis. Well, I'm Jessica Bowman. You are watching Local News Live. That's an update on your national top stories as we take a look not only across the nation, but around the world on the stories that are making an impact on this Monday, August 1st.